Okay. Thank you, welcome. So now that you guys took your map test, now we want to see, okay, what are we going to do? What's step number 2? And this is where your MyPath is going to help you into your interventions and really getting to know that data to assist you with your small group instruction for your IE time. Okay. So what are we going to learn today? We are learning to utilize MyPath reading and math data to help us plan for high quality instruction. And we know that we learn that when we're able to understand how to pull and read our class summary report. And also, we can pull reports to form our groups for IE time. So that's our objective for today. And this is our district expectations. So trying to stay in compliance. All of our campuses here at Southwest are going to implement MyPath no later than September 27th. So we still have some time. Teachers will access the class summary report frequently. This will be on your side when you're on IE time in your small group table. You're going to be having your report there ready for you, live data. And you're doing this to create the set small groups for interventions. So in our IE time, that's what we're going to be looking for. Do you have your data? Is it fresh? Every time you're with your groups, are you pulling it? Are you seeing, okay, my kids are here still. I got my reds, I got my yellows, just knowing your data. All students will complete 2 lessons per week, and that's per subject. So 2 for math, 2 for reading. First grade and kindergarten students will begin with 15 minutes daily, just because it's age appropriate. Gradually, we're going to increase the time so that they're able to finish those 2 lessons to meet our goal. Second and fifth grade students will engage for 30 minutes. That's an estimate of how long it takes to finish a lesson. Some of your students might be a little bit quicker, but an average time is about 30 minutes. And we're trying to meet the 60 to 90 minutes per week. Now, these are expectations throughout the district. So I'm going to teach you how to monitor your IE groups. You're not going to have anything on there unless you're a GT student and you already had your kids on MyPath. You'll have data already. But majority of you will look like this. We're going to play a little bit with the class summary. That's the one that you guys are pulling on your IE time, and you're monitoring, okay, who's getting the lesson, how long have they been on it, my reds, my yellows, they're not getting it. It's going to show you right here. Okay. And then here, reports to help with your IE, you're going to start seeing your kids who are on red or on yellow. And then once you already have a little bit of data there with your kids, it's going to give you materials where you can pull. And then it tells you, okay, these kids don't understand this skill or this TEK, and it brings already materials that you can do at your teacher table. So this is what it's going to look like. And yes, you do have Espanol. I know my dual language teachers. The only thing to keep in mind, here's the bad news, it's not connected to MAP scores. Okay, we're getting there. I asked and I said, when? Next year. So it's back. So next year, this will be linked. So there's going to be no retiring. So when you log into the Spanish, just know that they're going to have 3 tests, just like MAP, because it's not tied to MAP. But these, the red score, it's already there. And if they've been here last year, that's where they take off. So once you're here, I'm going to play with it. And on my class summary, that's where you're going to have all the information by student, active time, the lessons, what they've completed. There you go. So it already shows you, not passed. So it's already kind of flagging, okay, I need to reteach this skill with the student, and it tells you exactly who they are, how long they've been on it. It's probably like, just left the computer there. And then it already has those resources. So Mr. Ramirez, because he's a G2 student, he's already looking at this, pulling, okay, I need to do count objects to 20. And it'll tell you how to teach it and exactly what to do. So it gives you a worksheet with that activity, with that TEK.
Can you open up the worksheet? Yeah. I want to see what it looks like.
And in Spanish.
So this then becomes their small group activity.
Yes, for IE.
Nice.
So it's done for you. So put it in your lesson plan. I'm going to do counting objects to 20. My intervention students are in that group. And it tells you who they are. But they haven't completed yet, so you don't have enough data yet. Are we okay so far? Any questions, comments, concerns? No? Pretty easy? And then here, class progress. Just overall, the lessons, what they're doing. Student placements. This kind of takes a little bit more time as the year goes by. Also, your GT students, if they're done with all their lessons, they go on to the next grade. So I know you got a couple of kids that are pretty high. They'll just go into second grade. And then your student roster.
Yes, you can assign it.
If there's anything, any students that you need added, you can manually do it as well, or just shoot me an email. I'm able to add students as well for you. And then as coaches, we're going to be pulling reports just to monitor students. I service students as well, so this is kind of where I'm going to say, okay, this kid is going to be in my group. This is what I'm doing, and I'm going to share what I do with the students so that you're aware and we have an open communication. And then with this, your class summary, I want you to start thinking about Fridays, our data days. This is going to be our best friend as well. You're going to be able to pull data from here and say, okay, I'm pulling these kids, they're working on this, to create goals. And we have those goal sheets for you already. So those goal sheets, you're going to put them in your data binders, and it's already done for you. And I know you guys are good with journals. You may use journals to take down math, any notes that they're doing, so that when we get a walkthrough, we're saying, hey, they're using their math journals, here's the work, and then that data binder, it has their goals and their growth. So everything's already done for you.
One of the things that in the principals meeting they discussed was when anybody walks in to see what a kid's doing, really we focus on the kids. It's not the, I like what you're doing as adults, but it's the kids, right? So it should be able to walk up and say, Cecilia, what did you do what are you doing today? I'm doing MyPath. Okay, show me which one you're working on. And their journal or loose leaf paper, however you prefer, should be out so that they're working computations on that journal for math or for reading if they're taking good notes in reading, or they're jotting down the character analysis, they're doing a Venn diagram, whatever it is, comparison contrast. And then I should be able to say, can you show me your data folder? And then they go get the data folder and say, my path goal for this week is this. I really want to learn how to do counting up to 20. And Mr. Ramirez said if I can do that, he's going to give me a popsicle, and here's my goal. And I'm going to do it on Friday, Ms. Garza. You know what I'm saying? So that's the kind of data conversations that I'm looking for, because that means the kid knows it, right? And it's about the student ownership, not just us owning the data. So on data day, when you come to PLCs, it'll be really important that you bring a child's data folder as well to say, look, we are having those conversations. We are able to, child A is able to tell me that they can do this, or that they can't do this and they want to practice this.
So that's pretty much it for my piece. And everything that I shared is going to be already attached to the dashboard. So if you forget, okay, how do I access it? It's going to be there for you. The link's already attached. I'm more than happy to help you as well. Refresher, you need help with this, or you still need help with MAP. I'm your go-to. That's why I'm being recorded, because I also need to train you guys on doing this. And FYI, the MyPath data tracking begins on Monday, so just go ahead, try it out. We already did the reading, so the reading will be there for them. And then from there, we'll go into math. We'll take steps, first reading and then math. And then the goal sheet's already ready for you guys. But that's it. That concludes for MyPath.
Any thoughts, questions? Is this doable? Okay. Well done, Ms. Ortega. Thank you. Okay.